Hello guys, so in today's video we will learn about Tenstack query, which is also called as a React query. So this is a library which help you in fetching of data from the server. Okay. Why we need it and its feature and its benefit. I will just tell you all these things, and then through the code we will see how these things can be implemented. So the first thing is the caching. You can do the caching of the application very easily, make your application more maintainable and easier to build new feature without worrying about the wiring up a new server and managing the states, reflecting updates to the data as quickly as possible. You can do through the React query. Performance optimization like pagination, lazy loading. Lazy loading is like if you have to load 20 images, then you do not load 20 images once. You just scroll down and the image start loading. So it will increase your performance. These are things that will help you in optimizing your performance of the application. You can save some bandwidth and memory. A lot of the memory optimization you can do. You can check the documentation also. So these are the documentations. So we will see what are the things the React query provides. So the caching, duplicating multiple requests for the same data into a single request, updating out of the data in the background itself. So these are the things that you can do through the React query. I will post this link into the description of the video, so you can go through this and see what we can do more about with this. So let's go to the next slide. So we have to learn how to do the installation and setup. For that we will see how simple applications can be built without the use of the React query, and what we can do with the React query. So I have done setup of an application. So let me go through this application. So we have two states for managing our application. Set post uh, will have values of all the products in the product API that we get the product. Then we have a loading state that will changes once all the data are fetched from the server. And these are all the logics. So when we get all the post, we are showing in the UI. Okay, let me go to the page. So let me refresh it and you will see a loading button. I have throttled the network so that we can have a slow loader when we can able to see once we can see that there's a loading state is coming, and then we are getting the data, right? So for for this, let me so the क्या करना है. So यहाँ पे post करके एक state है, then एक state is loading का है. Then we have a function that is giving us all the products. So on the use effect we pass this function, and on the loading state is true, we are showing the loading, but loading UI. And then if the loading is false, then we are showing this product list. Okay. So for manage, see there, see here we have to manage a lot of this state. Let's say we have more API, right? Let's say we have one API to fetch product, single product, one API for making creating post, one API for deleting post. So managing all those states, we have a lot of the state, right? Lot of states we have to lot of state we have to manage, right? So to solve this issue, we are using the a React Tenstack query or React query. So I have all the setup. So for now, I will just comment it out, and then I will tell you all the steps for the setup of the application. For just I am copying the code from the here already. I written the code. So for the setup, what you have to do, for setting your application for Tenstack query, you have to install this library, Tenstack React Query. And there is three more important concepts that are in the Tenstack query. That is queries, mutation queries is dealing with the all the GET request, and mutation is like you do something on the you do make some post calls on the server, then you should use mutation. And query invalidation, if let's say the data of the data on the client side is stale, means data is older, so to invalidate those things we use the query invalidation. So uh, now let's go to the application and see what we have to do to start with the Tenstack query. So for starting with the Tenstack query, first you have to import these two things from the Tenstack React query, and then you have to wrap your application with these two things, right? I will put these all the codes in the description as well, so you can copy paste those code and try it on your computer. So I have wrapped the application with the stack queries. Now we have to now see what we have do. I have created a function. let's say we have a let's say we have a 10,000 API call in our application, so we will make 10,000 services, 10,000 functions, and then we will just use wherever in the application we want to use. So it help in managing your code very beautifully, modularizing your code very easily very easily through the Tenstack query. It is also one benefit of the Tenstack query. So how we are using it? We are just importing a use query. So I have imported use query from Tenstack query, and then inside it we have to create an object with the query key, which we can use this key in our application to fetch the products. And query function, we had to pass the asynchronous function. So we have this function at the top, so we calling it, and then it is returning these three things, right? I will show you in the. So query is handling all the GET requests from the server. You can provide a unique key so that we can use it for different purposes like refetching, caching, and serial query throughout your application. So this is the way we are getting is pending state, is error state, is pending is for the query has no data yet. Is error, the query encountered an error. Is success, the query was successful and data is available. So we will manage our application through these all the variables. We do not have to manage our own state into the application. So similarly, this is the simple sample code. I will walk you through the code. So we have this state that is coming from the use query only. So if it is pending, then we are showing the loader, and if there is something error, then we are showing the error. And if everything is fine, then we are just showing the data we already had implemented in the code. So I will run it once and then I will show you. Okay, Let's say if you make some error, okay, I'm making some error by making some change in the spelling. So let me go to the so here it is. So I'm reloading. So see the we see the error. Why error is coming? I'm removing the throttle for some time so that we have a faster internet. So we are getting this now. Let's say we have this data coming from the server. So let's save it. Now see it loading, and then we are getting the all the data. So when basically whenever you have to maintain an application which is very big and you have to manage a lot of the state, then you can simply use this use query library that will make your applications much cleaner and easy to maintain the code. Thank you.